So good morning. Give us a little thumbs up or a like or a little comment to say that you're here. It is Monday. Hi, Maria. Welcome, you're here. And there's somebody on YouTube. Hello. So it is Monday. It's called Blue Monday, isn't it? This one. So I don't like to get too caught up in this whole Blue Monday thing, but let's recognise it's dark outside. And if you are feeling a bit meh this morning, let us know. And hi, Jim. Hi, Claire. Hi, Abby. Hi, Claire. Another Claire. So let's bring in some energy and a bit of positivity this morning. Okay, so we're going to start seated. So just feeling nice and rounded with the two sitting bones on the ground. You can do this on a chair. And close the eyes just for a moment. And notice how you're feeling. And if you are feeling a bit blue today, maybe your intention is to breathe in a bit of, just a smidge of energy. And notice where your breathing is this morning. Is it in the belly, the back, the chest, somewhere else? And then I invite you to take your hands and kind of give yourself a hug so that the palms of the hands come to the rib cage. And we're going to take about 5 to 7 rounds of a deep breath, but we're going to direct that breath into the ribs. So as you breathe in, let the ribs fan out. And as you breathe out, they can come back in. So breathing in deeply. Fan the rib cage out like the wings of a bird. Take the time to make these breaths full. Breathing out all the stale breath so that you can bring in a fresh breath each time. So we're going to be working with the thoracic breath this week. We can still breathe into the belly, but we're just making that breath a little bit more full now, a little bit more complete. After your next exhale, we'll release the hands. We'll continue with this breath, breathing into the side body, the rib cage, reach the arms up. And exhale to release. Let's take another expanding through the rib cage. And this time we'll keep one hand lifted and the opposite hand comes down. Exhale, we're going to bend to the side. Bend as far as you feel able. We're going to pause. And then lift the chest towards the ceiling. Breathe into the side of the body. Take another. On your next exhale, we're going to roll it forwards. And go to the opposite side, lifting that opposite arm up and over. Inhale. Stretch that arm and lift the chest once again towards the ceiling. And then rolling it forwards, coming back to centre. Pause in the centre. Reach the arms forward as far as able, maybe coming up onto the fingertips. They could be on the knees, just depends on how it feels for you. Take a breath in to the ribs. And then creep yourself up. So we'll come to kneeling. If you need some padding for the knees, then do. Breathing into the ribs, reach the arms all the way up. And exhale, release the arms. Take another, breathe in. Expand through the ribs, reach, 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 reach. Make yourself longer. Pause here. Keep reaching. You can relax the shoulders a little bit. You don't want them too tight, but we're going to keep reaching. Make your sides of your body even longer. Now we're going to take one hand, I'm going to slide it down the thigh as we reach up and over. So no, we're not just bending, think up and over. Or another way to think of it is making this side of the body as open as possible. One more breath. Feel the ribs opening. And as you exhale, we're going to roll forwards, opposite side. So the opposite arm comes over. I'm going to reach this arm all the way up and over. Pause and breathe. And on your next exhale, we'll roll it forwards and come back to centre. Give the shoulders a bit of a roll and shake out the wrists as we come to kneeling. So from here, we're going to take a little flow. So on an inhale, take one arm out. And on an exhale, we're going to pretend to kind of post it, or we are going to post it underneath the opposite arm, but we're not going to come down to the ground as some of you might assume. We're going to open back out. So we're breathing in to that rib, all those ribs, and we're threading it under, exhale. So this is a bit of a twist to our thoracic spine. Breathing in as we open, breathing out as we kind of reach that arm through and under. One more this side. And then come back to all fours. This arm will be glad for a break. Breathing in, open opposite side. Expand through the ribs, exhale. Keep flowing with your breath. This is a nice way to get a bit of heat going in the morning. Let's take one more. And then come back to all fours. So we're going to stay here, but we're going to bring, no, we're not. We're going to stay in all fours, and then we're going to pivot on one of our legs. I'm pivoting on my left leg, but I think everything's reversed in these videos. So just pivot on one leg so that the shin comes out to the side, and then we're lifting the opposite hip and extending that leg. So we're in a half side plank. The bottom arm stays planted, and you want your shoulder roughly over the wrist. I'm going to take the opposite arm, I'm going to sweep it in front of us, breathing in all the way around, and then breathing out. Breathing in, expand through the rib cage, and breathing out. If the lower wrist is getting tired, roll it up into a fist. And then on your next circle round, pause, reach that arm in that kind of diagonal direction, and the opposite leg, we're pressing it down. So we've got this long stretch all the way along the side of the body. As we pause here, breathe into these ribs as if they're opening up with each breath. And on your next breath out, coming all the way down. So we're going to take it on the opposite side. So pivoting on the opposite leg so it kind of comes out to the side. This is your anchor. Lifting that opposite hip up towards the ceiling and just getting yourself nicely sorted. Okay, opposite arm or top arm sweeping in front of you, breathing in, making these wide circles, let all the clicks of the shoulder happen. Keep breathing deeply. The focus is on the breath, remember. Don't worry if the movements seem a bit clunky or it's not quite as I'm doing it. Next time you breathe in, pause with the arm lifted, reach through the fingers, reach through that side of the foot. One more breath. And then come all the way down to either a kneeling position or a seated position. And just give the shoulders a little roll because that's quite an intense pose, or it can be. Shake off the wrists. And then when you're sorted, just come and close the eyes. Take a full breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And before the rest of your day starts, just notice how you're feeling. If there's a bit of a difference to when you first came to the mat. And then blinking open the eyes when you're ready. I hope you have a marvellous, marvellous Monday. Thank you for joining me. If you know of somebody who is struggling, please share this with them. It might just be the thing that gets them up or helps them get up. If you're catching this on a replay, type #replay. And otherwise, I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.